Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Oh my God!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a bit of a review. Artist Guitars has been a great option for Australians looking to get a good functional instrument for not a lot of money. Great for beginners, people that just like to collect a range of instruments, or people like me who like to tinker and fiddle with something. It's good to get a decent quality instrument as a bit of a base, serve as a platform for your modifications later on down the track. So this is the Artist AP54J. It is Artist's take on the Gibson Les Paul Jr. So single P90 pickup, a adjustable Wilkinson bridge, and a really nice sort of sunburst finish. Going to get into the nitty gritty on the parts and specs, and yeah, provide a couple of sound demos very shortly. Thank you. The body is made of mahogany with what they call their vintage burst finish. It also sports a bolt-on mahogany neck. The website lists the nut width at 43mm. I measured up 42.58. Thickness at the first fret was about 20.92, and at the 12th fret 21.82. Nice comfy C shape, not too thick, not too thin. It also has a 12-inch radius, making chords super comfortable, but makes lead playing really easy as well. The finish on the neck is very thin with a satin sheen. It allows players to really feel the grain of the wood, something I don't actually mind. The low sheen makes it easy to move around the fretboard quickly without it getting grippy, which higher gloss finishes can sometimes be guilty of. Now, where Artist Guitars has been really tactical in the way to save cost on an instrument of this build quality is in the fretboard material. On the AP54J, they've opted to go with their Eco-Rosewood material. According to the artist's website, it comprises mostly of basswood bark and various adhesives to create an analogue to something like rosewood structurally, as well as tonally, as they claim. Now look, I'll get this out of the way. I'm not the biggest fan of the look of the Eco-Rosewood personally. I've also owned some other Artist guitars in the past that have quite a dry feeling fretboard. This is something I experienced with their entry-level EB2 model. What I will say, however, in regards to the AP54J, outside of the aesthetics, this one does actually feel alright. It's not dry or scratchy at all. It does appear to have been dyed or coloured somewhat, giving a really dark, almost ebony-like appearance, and it does look the business, especially from a distance. Now, way more importantly, however, especially relevant to those players new on their journey, so you can clearly see a lot of care and attention has been paid to the fretwork. They've arrived all nicely polished out of the box, the fret ends have all been tended to, the corners all nipped off, the frets are all nicely level, and this bad boy has no issues with choky notes or buzzy spots. Now, there is nothing worse than starting out on a janky guitar. It causes you to spend more time fighting it than playing. I'm really pleased to report, not the case here. Headstock is simple, but very functional. Once again, a hint of thought behind their choice of hardware that really does add a bit of charm to the instrument. The tuners are a cheap, unbranded die-cast type tuner, but they've chosen to use the kidney style buttons. You don't really see those on the really cheap tuners, and they give a look similar to the Grover tuners from the front on. Now, Grover tuners are what I've found on many proper Gibson guitars, and once again, really helps just to give it a bit of charm, give it a bit of character, and look the part from a distance. So once again, it's just evidence that artists really give a rat's toot about the people buying their instruments. It's a way to enhance the look and the feel of the instrument without adding too much to the price tag. Now, where they've stepped away from tradition is with the bridge. Unlike the Gibson Les Paul Jr., they used a very simple wrap style tailpiece, essentially a hunk of metal with the strings wrapped around the top. They opt to use a fully adjustable Wilkinson stop bar tailpiece. This piece of hardware is fully intonatable to allow chords to ring out in tune, even higher up the neck. Now moving on to the electronics. Once again, the AP54J keeps it simple. I'm rocking a single P90 dog-eared pickup mounted directly to the body, one volume and one tone control. Let's take a look at the cavity inside. Now moving on to the control cavity, really clean route, one volume and one tone control. Kept it super simple and functional. Simple control layout with a single pickup guitar allows you to really experiment with different volume and tone options to dial in different sounds from the instrument. Something not usually seen on multiple pickup guitars, as I know I do. People tend to get into a habit of just flicking between each pickup with the volume on max. Now moving on to the output. So this screamer is 9.38 ohms at max volume. Plenty of output to push an amp and get some nice gritty tones. Now let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. Alright, now for a couple of sound demos. So I've got this run right now full chat just into an NUX NG30 into a Joyo Vivo little 15 watt hybrid head. Very reminiscent of a bedroom guitarist I know. Right now, full volume, full tone, running a Marshall JCM preset. So it's going to be very, very in your face. We'll keep it simple and just bust out some power chords and see what it sounds like. So a bit of output, bit of dirt to it. I dig the sound, very clear, very articulate, quite spanky, I suppose is a good way to put it. A lot of high end. So we'll try it. Same preset. We'll roll the tone off. Go about halfway-ish. See what that does to tame it. I'm not sure how well it comes across in the video, but it has taken some of that shimmer off, which may be desirable depending on what you're playing. Hang on. A bit better. The E string did go a bit flat. Now, tone fully rolled off. Just sort of do some finger picky, some arpeggiated stuff. See how that sounds. So we get a totally different feel out of it. I'll turn the volume down a little bit as well, just take some of the edge off. In conclusion, what do we think of Artist Guitars AP54J Les Paul Jr. style guitar? That's a sentence. All in all, great instrument for the money. Fantastic bass for anyone looking to try out guitar for themselves, that wants something decent for not a lot of investment. They have taken a lot of care in the aspects that matter to create an instrument that doesn't fight you and will really allow you to grow and develop as a guitarist. It's going to be in my rotation for the foreseeable future. I'll probably do some modifications because I cannot help myself. Change out some hardware and make it something a little bit unique. So if you want to see more instrument related stuff, like and subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.